Somebody loves me. Somebody really loves me.
What's going on? It's Javan Johnson here. You're watching episode number 135 of About 10 Minutes. How you feeling? How you doing? It's important for us to show forth love as Christians to our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, as well as to the world in general. You know, and sometimes it can be kind of difficult, especially if somebody does something that you don't appreciate, something you didn't like, if they cross you the wrong way, those types of things. But it's important for us to show forth that love, and if we're having an issue with that, we can ask God to help us to grow in that area. And so Valentine's Day can bring up different emotions for different people. You know, for some people it could be a very happy time. For other people it may not be that happy for various reasons. If somebody's in a relationship, if they have that loved one in their life, then it may be a very exciting time for them. But if they're not in a relationship, if they don't have that loved one in their life, then they may not want to hear about Valentine's Day right now. They may not want to see the commercials. They may not want to go out and see all that stuff going on. But the thing about it is, if you're not married or in a relationship, you still can go and do something nice for somebody else. If you can do something for a family member, siblings, or one of your cousins. So if you're not in a relationship, don't allow this to be a time when you're sad. Don't allow this to be a time when you're just upset and things like that. But use this as a time to be a blessing to somebody else. And if you don't know who to bless, you can pray and ask God about it, and then He can lead you to a person to go and bless. If we look at our lives, we all have so much to be thankful for. Regardless of what it is we're going through, regardless of what it is we've been through, we have so much to be thankful for. Especially if you're a born-again Christian. And so the All-Star Saturday night actually is on Valentine's Day. It's probably going to be a really competitive night too. If you look at that three-point shootout, has the potential to be a classic. It has a lot of good shooters in it. And then like I mentioned before, I like the slam dunk contest. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the other festivities as well on the All-Star Saturday night. So anyhow, feel free to let me know who your picks are in the different categories. In the skills challenge, in the three-point shootout, in the slam dunk contest. Let me know who you got. And now I'm going to talk about one of the most memorable slam dunk contests, that I can think of. And that's the 2000 slam dunk contest with Vince Carter. That right there was a classic. Vince Carter doing all kinds of dunks without any major prop. He had T-Mac out there, but outside of that, he wasn't really using props. I'm not against props. The dunks that he was doing back then, those dunks were something else. And I know some classic slam dunk contests, it's been out there. As far as just ones that have happened in history that I may have not been watching live, but I actually got a chance to see after the fact. That slam dunk contest between Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins, I think it was 1988. That one, I've seen clips of that. And that was classic in the sense of it was two guys going at each other, and it was competitive, and it was kind of like down to the wire type of thing, like, wow, who gonna win? But as far as just one man putting on a show, I don't know that I've seen one man put on a show more than Vince Carter did in that 2000 slam dunk contest.
On that other segment, I know I talked a lot about All-Star Saturday night, but I'm also looking forward to the actual All-Star game as well on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that. It's definitely some new faces in there. Like the NBA is kind of going through that. It's going through kind of like somewhat of a change a little bit. Some younger players is coming in and making an impact. And then still some familiar faces in there as well. And the thing about it is, after the All-Star game wraps up, don't be surprised if you see a lot of things going on with the NBA as far as trades and just players getting moved around and that type of thing. Because that trade deadline is going to be approaching. And, people trying to make that playoff run. Don't be surprised if you see some people who aren't on the roster right now on the NBA roster. Don't be surprised, Things can happen. This camera angle kind of cool, ain't it? Can I talk to y'all about something for a minute? Talk to y'all about compression pants. Compression pants, if you never had those before, I'm not talking about compression shorts, I'm talking about the compression pants. If you never had them before, you never tried them, you may want to try compression pants, especially if you're doing like a lot of lower body workouts. I've been focusing more so on my lower body, and so I started using those. I'm telling you. So my blog entry this past Tuesday, I was talking about watch and pray. You know, it's very important for us to be watchful of what's going on in our surroundings, for us to be watchful of what we're taking in, you know, for us to be watchful, and then also to pray, to make sure that our prayer life, to make sure that we have a consistent prayer life, that we're seeking God about the decisions that we're making. It can be very easy to just go out and make a decision because we feel like doing something or because we feel like we're ready to do something, but it's important for us to seek God about that. And so you can check out my blog at eternalexample.com. When I blog, it's generally going to be on a Tuesday when I blog, and so you can check that out. And feel free to go through. If you never read my blog, I got a ton of them now. I've been blogging I was kind of looking through it. It's like, I've been blogging since like 2010, I want to say. So, you know, I got a lot of blog entries on there. So you can go and check that out and kind of see what's on there. Camera, you know, it kind of look like a dramatic type of scene when you can play around with it. But I want to thank you for watching episode number 135 of About 10 Minutes. Have a blessed week.